What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. We're going to do a little bit of walk around this truck, pop the hood and see what's under it and get a little bit of detail about it, because I haven't done that with this truck. Haven't really got a good walk around video of it, and it's got some exhaust run on it now. Still got to get the drive shaft done. Need to measure that. Might see about doing that today. And after that, we're going to walk up here to the barn and check out the 400 that got up there for a future project. Stay tuned for that. We're going to get some casting numbers off of it and check it out. And see what it's all about. We'll get back with you on that. But anyway, stay tuned. Thank you for following. Do a little bit of walk around on this truck and then we'll fire it up for you.
You got no room?
This here is my 1968 Chevrolet C10. A good friend of mine actually shared the link to it way back when I was interested in it. Long story short, that weekend we were headed to Georgia to get it. Brought it home, bought it as a roller, no motor or transmission. Actually, whenever we got down there, the guy said that the guy that was supposed to pick up the transmission backed out on him, so I got that. It's a second off 4-speed. It followed us home. We got it home. It sat in the driveway for, I guess, 2 years, because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. First was gonna put the 350 in it that came out of, not that one, that truck back there. And then I bought a big block, was gonna build it and put it in here, and of course one thing after another. Life has other plans. Big block still sitting on the stand. I've got a set of heads for it. Flywheel. A little dirty in here. But the interior is pretty decent shape. I need a dash pad on it, but it doesn't bother me none. It's got 67 stitched in the seat. Got a Hurst competition shifter. And evidently a McDonald's bag down there. Anyways, Hurst competition shifter. Like I said, second on 4-speed. Nothing too special. But going back to the stitch in the seat where it says 67, if you notice, you can see that they have tried to shave the side marker lights off on this truck. I don't know if you can see that one. I can, but I know what I'm looking at, know where it's at, but it's not perfect. Don't want it to be perfect. All I want is a little street cruiser, street beast, whatever you want prefer. Looks pretty good in that shot with the sun shining off of it. And it actually looks pretty good shined up. It's a 40-footer. Looks good in 40 foot away, and you walk up on it and see that, and you're like, alright. That ain't too bad. But we'll get down to the business end of it. Might have to put the phone down and open this, I don't know. No, I got it. It's dirty too, because it set, built this motor, put it in a c10. This one's set for 2 years. That one's set for 2 years. Later story on that. Anyways, put a transfer case in that truck because I busted that one in a truck pull. and ended up pulling the motor out of that one because I sold the 350 out of this one. So we put that 383 in here. It's a 383 stroker. It is a blueprint bottom end short block from Jegs. Yeah, it's dirty. Don't pay no attention to it. But it blueprint 383 short block from Jegs. The top end, it's got AFR 195 heads, air gap intake for Metalbrook, it's RPM. Comp Cam's Magnum hydraulic roller. Comp Cam's Magnum roller rockers, and Comp Cam's Magnum push rods. It's all Comp Cam's Magnum. I wanted everything to match. I wanted everything to work together. And I've got a set of Hooker Super Comps in here. That side didn't really fit all that well. It didn't get along with that Z-bar for the clutch in there. This side, for some reason, is already rusting over. I don't understand it. I guess the water comes in on this side more than it does the other side. Got to put a heater box back on it to cover the core back up. That was cut out and RTV back together, I guess for easy access. I've got one sitting in the seat of that other truck over there. But these headers ever so slightly touch the frame down there. Well, it does whenever you torque the motor over. But I've kind of clearanced it. It needs a little bit more clearancing. Have no idea what kind of power it's making. It's plenty to me. If I was a guessing man, I'd say it's anywhere from 475 to 500 horse. The crank in it from Blueprint, the internals, what they sent, it's got GM 5.7 H-beam rods, scat cash crank, and Speed Pro 40 over flat tops, I think. Pretty sure, if I remember correctly. 2-valve release. The cam is a 286 HR. I'll have to confirm that if I can find the box, but 560 lift intake and exhaust. 110 degree load separation, I think. Got a pretty good little chop to it. All in all, this combination with the 4-speed, the rear end is a 373. It's a fun little truck to drive. It had a 2-piece drive shaft in it. As I stated in a previous video, I turned it into a 3-piece drive shaft. So we're working on getting it. I'm going to convert it to a 1-piece, so I ain't got to worry about that anymore. But yeah, it's not, like I said, it's not perfect. It needs all the work that any other old rusty truck would need. It's just got a mask over everything. But it doesn't bother me. It's fun. It'll roast the tires off the back of it. It's just a nice little cruiser. For an exhaust setup, it's got 3-inch exhaust all the way back with Dynamax mini bullets. I've got them run out right there in front of the rear tires. It sounds pretty rowdy. It's probably a little loud for most folk, but I like it. Anyways, there it is. Let's fire it up. Hopefully to start. Don't pay no attention to my big ass. Yep. up for a minute and I'll rev it up a little bit. Alright guys, I'm back with you. I'm up here at the barn. This at 400. Small block that we got. Dad picked it up pretty cheap. Just got a hole in the oil pan. Not really sure if the block's any kind or not. We're going to tear it down and see what kind of shape it's in. He figured for what he gave for it, the heads were worth that much. I've been running some numbers on it, and I think I've got it figured out. Seems like Google's gotten a little bit more retarded recently and doesn't understand what you're trying to search for with these old motors, but from what I found out, it is out of a 1970 full-size truck, 265 horse. Manual transmission, 2-barrel carburetor, and I mean, of course, it's got the 2-barrel intake on it, but cashing number is it's a 511 block. I mean, according to my research, it should be a 4-bolt main. See if I can get over without falling. Let's see if I turn the light on here. Give me just a second. I don't know if y'all can see any of this. Get down here if the phone will focus on it. There's the numbers on it. If I read it correctly, that's December 9th. And the CGR is the full-size truck. But I just wanted to come up here and check it out and see what it was. If anybody doesn't know, there's your firing order. 184-365-72. But we're going to tear this thing down and see what kind of damage is done to it. Like I said, it's got a hole in the oil pan. If it is salvageable, stay tuned, because it's about to be a fun project.